we don't need to use on me. Yeah, this guy is just... I need to change my shit.
The Transformer has muscled his way into the ring! Even I felt that one! Oh! But the challenger's still standing! Don't mind me, throat's a bit parched.
Throat's a bit parched!
Out of the way, tin can! My word, he just assaulted the referee! The scoundrel! No more distractions!
I died because I didn't have my partner!
They're still in it! But for how long?
So annoying. Oh, I was doing very good actually.
Now we're playing by five!
That might have been my best pull yet.
Ho ho! Chain deathmatch! There's no escaping those evidently.
Good job, Tank. You little stupid, ain't you? Ain't you? Also, I feel like the damage that comes out from the boss isn't that much, like the raid wide, other than the last, like the final phases of the fight. Oh, what do I have? Long fuse. Wait, are we here? Yes, we are. So I'm going to C. And I go here. Bro, I'm here! You're dead. My bad.
And they're done! Is it over already?
A DPS. Or I was gonna say. Oh, I didn't. Also, if it's a support going middle, we all would have died. Yeah, do you see this? Just this tank. Look, let me explain. Like, don't even send that message out. Just go straight into the explanation. Don't be so condescending about it. Here, let me break it down for you. 1 plus 1 equals 2, you fucking idiot. Like, that's literally how I feel when he's like, just send it all in one message. Short fuses go into long bombs. Long fuses go out to where the first bombs blew up. Taiga, you had a short fuse. I know he had a short fuse because I had a long fuse, but I didn't see him go into the middle. Because long fuses go in the middle. They go on that arc. Short fuses go to the long fuse bombs outside of melee range. If that's a point of contention. Then, they swap the ones that blew up. Also, we all just did Rotten Heart, did we not? It's the same kind of mechanic. Very similar. Like, see, I like this guy, this red mage. I don't worry about what everyone else is doing. That's a good point. I literally did what I was supposed to do. If somebody else fucked up, it's not on me. Taiga, which strat are you trying to do? The main one. Just because I'm more in the corner Hector, not mean it's different. Y'all need to know that if you stop hitting the boss for 1 second, not make we lost fight. Dying does. Christ alive, just pull the ball. Who's the red mage? Wow, this red mage is a male cure. Midlander at that. Fucking, he's the GOAT. Just fucking concede. I feel like I have not seen male cure Midlander ever. I never see them some bitches. I had somebody ask me why I stand so close to the boss before pool.
I'll blow you to smithereens.
And then when I told them it's because I don't want to lose any uptime, like while I cast, they were like, that doesn't make any sense. The boss gets pulled to you. I was like, yeah, but there's still a sliver of a fucking window. Why would I not maximize how close I can get to the boss? So I can slide cast my ranged ability and get there and do damage the moment it comes back off of GCD. Yeah, I don't need to pop sprint as a Reaper, which is great. It's one of the few, I mean, I don't have very many of them as Reaper, but when I do, I fucking love them. Like, in terms of actually getting some benefit out of being Reaper. And so the fact that I don't have to pop my sprint at the beginning of a fight is great. Because I can't dash to the boss like other melee and tanks can. But if I slide cast, by the time it's finished casting, I'm already at the boss, ready for my GCD to come off cooldown so I can hit my Shadow of Death buff. I need to use.
Don't mind me. Throws a bit parched.
Over here. On one now.
Banned compound detected. Competence disqualified.
Out of the way, tin can. My word, he just assaulted the referee. The scoundrel. No more distractions.
Couple. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me! Oh my god, dude. Octuple means 8, you fucking numpty. Oh my god. Oh, I fucked that up.
They're back on their feet. What grid?
That sucks. I was in the middle of my damage phase too.
Now we're playing by my rules. Ho ho! Chain deathmatch! There's no escaping those element links.
Quad. That's both of us. Good job, buddy. Dude, this Viper, man. I'm just kind of ready to get into a good group.
They're still in it, but for how long?
It sucks because the guy who's talking and kind of being a little bit of a bitch. Oh, what do I got? I got a short fuse. So I'm here. Let's see. Now I'm here. Yeah, dude, this mechanic is so easy. It is so easy. It is so easy. Fucking learn this shit. Why, dude? Who fucking killed us? Oh, there it is. Oh, I can't. I need to put this on my... I can't quick leave if I don't have it up. There's somebody left. Yeah, somebody, there was like 6... Oh. Yes. Oh. Okay. I always just double tap trackpad and then hit triangle and then leave. So it's double tap trackpad, triangle, circle, X, and then I leave. Okay, well, how soon are you ready to play? You want a tank? No, no, you're good. I mean, it doesn't have to be right now. That party kind of shit itself, so. Oh, and it's continuing to shit itself. Alright, well, we have two. This guy says, the guy who's leading, he says, I'm giving it 3 pulls, and if we don't see Fuse Field once after 3 pulls, I'm booting people and we're putting it back up again. He said that he's been in the, where's that? He's been progging. I've been stuck on Fuse Field for 2 weeks now, is what he said. 2 weeks? I was like, bro, I've been progging this fight since last night. Like, what the heck? That's crazy. No, you're saying then I give it credit for? Oh, so you're saying you do think Fuse Field is hard, you don't think it's 2 weeks hard. Okay, yeah. No, I think Fuse Field is the challenging mechanic of the whole fight, in my opinion. You think Fuse Down is the challenging mechanic. Yeah. Yeah. I think I have not seen Fuse Field yet, but I think Fuse Down is brain dead for anyone who's not melee range. Melee range is the only one that has to alter their strat. Or melee is the only one that has to alter their strat, because you have to go from, you have the long timer, the short timer, sure. If you have the long timer, you just sit in the middle, and then you figure out where you're gonna go after. But because you're melee, that's what I'm saying. You're melee. Range? No, I disagree. Because you have 2 safe spots for healers or range every time. Northwest and southeast are guaranteed. There's no RNG there. They are always safe spots for short fuses. Northeast and southwest are 100% safe spot every time. Okay, I will say... Okay, let me just say my thought process, because I saw the mechanic a second time and figured it out. Outside of how close I could stand to the boss. That was the only thing that was different for me. The first thing you have to do when learning this mechanic, fuck the bombs on the field. Look at your fuse. Is your fuse long? Does your fuse go to your waist, or does it stay above your head? If it goes to your waist, it's a long fuse. Therefore, all you have to do is find the northeast or southwest. This is where it gets more complicated. You find, after you see if you have a long and short fuse. Let's just say I have a long fuse. You know that you're going to explode second. You now need to figure out where the other long fuses are on A, B, C, or D. On those cardinals. So it's either going to be A and D, or A and B, or C and D. If it is A and B with the long fuses, you know you stand on the crest of the inside, like the middle of the arena. You stand on the crest that is the northeast crest inside the boss's hitbox. And you stand there. You do nothing else. While you're standing there, you can then figure out, okay, if you're a melee, if you are standing in the middle, all you have to do is see, if I'm northwest, I'm now going to go southeast. If I'm going southeast, am I melee 1, melee 2? This is all shit that should have been decided before the fight started. If I'm melee 1, I know I'm going to be on A. If I'm melee 2, I know I'm going to be on D. If I'm main tank, I'm going to go to A. If I'm off tank, I'm going to go to D. And I'm going to stand with that marker in between me and the boss. Then I explode, mechanic's over. So the first thing you have to do is figure out, am I a long fuse? Am I a short fuse? That's it. So once you figure that mechanic out, once you can look at yourself and see which fuse you have, the mechanic becomes infinitely more simplified. Because the corners, the intercardinals at northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest, those fuses Northwest is always a long fuse. Southeast, or northeast is always a long fuse. Southeast is always a long fuse. Northwest is always a short fuse. Southeast is always a short fuse. Therefore, if you are ranged, and you have, so if you're healers or DPS, whichever you are, if you are ranged and you have a long fuse, you already, or you have a short fuse, you already know you're going to northeast if you're melee 1, or a ranged 1, or healer 1, and you're going southeast if you're ranged 2 or healer 2. If you have a long fuse, you're grouping in the middle and then going to those spots. So for range, you only have two you're either long fuse in the center with everyone else, or you're in northeast or southwest. Melees are the only ones that can change because those 4 bombs in the middle can flip between short fuses being towards northeast or short fuses being towards southwest. So that's the only part for melee that makes it complicated. But if you have a long fuse, you have more time to figure it out. If you have a short fuse, you gotta figure it out quick. Your damage is gonna drop. And that's fine, but the point being, you have to be able to identify immediately if you have a long fuse or a short fuse, and it already takes half the difficulty out of the mechanic. Especially if you are ranged in any capacity. I do think it's difficult, and I think the learning process is difficult, but it becomes extremely simplified if you can identify what length fuse you have. Fuck all the other bombs. If you can correctly identify how long your fuse is every time, it will make learning that mechanic so much easier. Because you already know immediately, am I in or am I out? If you're in, mechanic's easy. If you're out, you gotta think a little bit more. So I do think that mechanic is difficult. I think the problem with the next difficulty is that you have to manage 2 buffs, 1 debuff, 1 positive buff, and when to go into the center to explode. Or not the center, sorry, to go out, because it's going off 8 times instead of 4 times like Rotten Heart. And I think that's going to be the challenging part, is managing the time. Because if you mismanage the time, you either go in too early and the party dies, or you wait too long to go in, and by the time the 4th or 8th person goes in, they don't hit the fuse in time, and you die. This is why I think that timing is so much more difficult. You have a debuff. You have a debuff. If you explode when the magical damage down is up, it will kill the whole party. Yeah, I'm not saying it's difficult. I'm not saying it's not difficult until you see it, because it is. Like, I wouldn't just be able to say, watch this video, you figured it out. You have to see the mechanic. But it shouldn't be taking you 10 pulls to figure out if you have a long or short fuse, is what I'm saying. It's not that difficult to figure out how long your fuse is. Because the fuse goes, for my character, the fuse comes out of my head and ends below my hip. If it's a short fuse, it's not even the length of the edge of my weapon. Like it's not even coming to my shoulder. So identifying, and I think that's what makes the mechanic challenging, is because you don't have a debuff or a buff associated with the mechanic. It's just visual cues, which I agree that is challenging, but like identifying between the two, especially because you're gonna walk in and the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna ignore whatever you have over your head, and you're gonna look at all the bombs. But you can look at those bombs and they have the exact same animated fuse on their heads that you do on yours. So it should only take a couple of pulls to be able to identify what fuse is long and what fuse is short. Now, the positioning is going to come with a couple more pulls, but I don't think it's so difficult to say that it should be taking 10 plus pulls to figure out the length of your fuse. Okay, you did not say that. You said it took you 10 pulls to figure out how long your fuse was. And I don't... That... Yeah, and that's fine. Yeah, the time. You don't have much thinking time. Yeah, I agree with that. I just was saying, because you said it was difficult, it took you like 10 plus pulls to figure out which link, like which fuse you had. Not where you stood, which fuse you had. And I'm like, okay, I figured it out after my second pull. I didn't even see it my first pull. The first pull I pulled it, all I was doing was looking at the bombs. That was it. And then I realized I fucked up because I didn't even look at my own character. But once I looked at my character and then looked at somebody else's character, I realized one fuse was not even going past somebody's head, and the other fuse was going below their waist. So I figured that out pretty quickly. Obviously, I took a lot more than 2 pulls to like clear that mechanic, but that's where the difficulty is not in identifying the mechanic, it's knowing how quickly you need to stand in place to place. Also, we still have 2... Yes, because that's a 90. We're waiting on 2 tanks. Yay! No, you're good. I mean, it's been 12 minutes and we haven't gotten a single tank, so we should be good. Oh wow, this dude hasn't even seen fuse field yet. I mean, I've seen it, I just haven't been able to, like, perform it. Dude, I'm a pro at getting on this thing now. Now that I figured it out. Just trying to 4 seconds. Let's see if I can get this. No, I fucked it up. Always a bigger fish. Oh, I was looking at your character. I'm also just a sucker for sci-fighters, so... Giants. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've made a Rune Knight fighter as well. I think they're pretty cool. I just really like... I feel like a Psi fighter is basically the equivalent of an arcane trickster in terms of just the kind of bullshit that they can pull off. And so, which is funny because then I was looking, I was like, I wonder what me and Blake were exactly in the Candle Keep, and we were an arcane trickster and then a Psi fighter slash battlesmith. Yep. He wasn't, but I was. I am. Dude, I am goated at this shit now. So let's see. Oh, I was so close. Mm-hmm. Okay. He said, "I'll take." The guy who started this party, his initials are CM, Corpse Magnet. I'm sending you the picture. Actually, I'm gonna turn off.